today hot topics. The Arabian Breeders' World Cup highlights. A talk with the chairman, Jeff Sloan. What's your option B? Championship highlights and results. Nasser Marei documentary, The Trader. Everybody to our third episode Arabian Insider here in Las Vegas for the World Breeders' Cup. I'm Francesca Ragno.
And I'm Jeffrey Winterstein.
So today we had all the championship from the amateur to the open. In fact, Jeffrey, I'm still in my performer dress, but it's fine. We're going to go into this a little later.
Absolutely. I mean, the quality, as we talked about, was really good this year. We had a fantastic championships with some surprises. Some of my predictions didn't come true, but that's how it goes. It's a horse show.
Absolutely. And we also had a lot of beautiful moments here in Las Vegas this year. One of these was the Lifetime Achievement Awards. This year was dedicated to two persons. One of them was Dr. Nasser Marei, a very important breeder, owner, knowledgeable judge that really contribute a lot for all the Arabian horse industry. And Jeffrey, we also did a very nice documentary of him when we were in Egypt in November that will be hired. And we are very, very happy that also the Las Vegas show dedicated a moment to him.
And the other, of course, was Lenita Peroy, who was a friend of mine, and she was sorely missed. And it was really emotional. Her family here, her daughter was here to accept the award, and I got a little bit choked up. I knew Lenita very well, and it was very nice to see her. It was very touching.
Yeah. And another beautiful moment of this Las Vegas show was the moment of Mr. Las Vegas. Wayne Newton came into the arena riding a beautiful Arabian performance horse. It was just nice.
I was so impressed. I didn't know Wayne could ride that well. I mean, he really did. He really did great. It was
Yeah.
It was great to see.
Singing and performing. That's Mr. Las Vegas, we have to say.
Yeah.
What a great thrill it is to be here, and even more of a thrill to have all of you here, because there are two things going on. Number one, it's Las Vegas, and number two, it's the World Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the finest horse shows in all the world. So a big round of applause.
Put your hands together for Mr. Las Vegas, Mr. Wayne.
Francesca, you were able to talk with the president of the Arabian Breeders' World Cup board who runs the show, Mr. Jeff Sloan. He's also the president of Arabian Horse Show magazine. Is that correct?
That is correct. So I had the chance to sit down the first day with James Mwanepoel and Mary Papwell, and then I was talking to the chairman, Jeff Sloan, about all what is concerning the World Breeders' Cup, all the news and the future plan. I think this will be very interesting to watch.
It's great to have you guys. It's great to be in Vegas. First, a little bit of history. We started the Vegas show. The first one, I believe, was in 2007, and we knew we wanted a show in a great area that people would like to come to from a lifestyle standpoint. Vegas certainly fit that bill. That was really exciting. We raised some early money from founding members that contributed to the formation of the show so that we could execute on the plan, and we put a first show on, I believe it was in 2007, 2007 or 8. I'm not remembering now, but in any case, 2007 or 8 was the first show. And at that time, we formed the board. So now we have a new board that is kind of the keeper of the show, the directors of the AHBA, and that will be carrying the vision forward. I have to tell you, this is a challenging environment to do anything in the Arabian horse business these days. And there's no exception to the Vegas show. Shows are down, breeding is down, we're challenged. So I think the board's doing just fine. I really do. Now, there will be a re-election again. Every couple of years we want to turn over and bring new members, new energy. We brought the show here to Vegas to create a lifestyle experience for people who wanted to be in Vegas and yet be at a horse show. In the early years, I think we really did Vegas well, and Vegas served us well. We had a gala on the Strip. It was elegant, it was beautiful. We were able to get out of the Salt Point and go to the Strip, which is really Vegas. I think we've lost a little bit of our roots. People talk about maybe we should do this or change this class or do a futurity here, this and that. All that's important, But it's really on the margins. The essence of the Vegas show is Vegas. And we're missing Vegas in this show right now. We're here inside an indoor arena. We could be anywhere in the world. The show has gotten longer on the schedule during any given day, so there's less opportunity to get out of here and go enjoy Vegas, which was part of the original intention. So I think this is going to be a major focus. How do we bring more Vegas to the show? And how do we do that at a time when budgets are down? The show's budget is down, frankly. I mean, it just is a factor of less people showing, less people breeding, less people owning horses. So it's challenging, but that has to be a major, major focus going forward. More Vegas. We need corporate sponsorship that goes beyond just farms sponsoring this because the industry itself is too small. It's too boutique in nature. We need to reach out and grab the attention of more people. The Arabian horse is such an amazing product and the lifestyle is so incredible. Really limited in terms of participation because so few people know about it. I think getting big corporate sponsors who could help us bring the Arabian horse to a broader audience would be amazing. The challenge is now, because the numbers are so small, it's hard to get their attention. We would love to find some corporate sponsors. And it comes right from the heart. That's just, I love the Arabian horse like nothing else in my life other than my family. So the Arabian horse is a huge part of my life. And so it comes very naturally for me. You, I also want to say, have done an amazing job. Bringing the Arabian horse to a broader audience like we just talked about, through sponsorship or through the kinds of initiatives that you're doing, that's the answer. And we need to do more of that. So keep up the good work, and thank you to you too.
So we reached the championship day, as we said. First of all, we had all the amateurs and then the open. Jeffrey, I think that after 3 days, you and Rory really managed to work better, and you did a comment of all the championship, right?
Yes, and I'll be honest, we have egg on our face. Some of our predictions that was going to happen didn't turn out, but that's how it goes. But we're working the kinks out, but it's really fun to have Rory's opinion and his insight on what's going on.
Emotions like summer, awake to a blue sky, and I turn it.
Okay, Roy, the championships just finished up. They're starting to tear down behind us. There's some surprises, weren't there?
Yeah, the yearling fillies, we thought we had it figured out, didn't we, before the class? The winner, I think we both agreed, MB Viviana, Michael Baia, Lawrence El Ghazal filly. Never been off the farm, smoked everybody today.
She looked really smooth. She was just, every time you looked at her, she looked good. Smooth bodies, great at the walk, great at the trot.
Very elegant. You could say American style, but I think she's international style as well.
Absolutely.
Biggest filly in the class. Showed great every aspect of the class today and on Friday qualified. The day off helped her. The second, the silver filly, Saffron PA, daughter of Cadence PA, shown by Sandro Pina, was just adorable. Yeah. Cute, more immature, younger filly.
More immature.
A little more European style. I thought the European judges may swing that way, but Viviana was just so elegant. Yeah. And then our bronze was?
Royal Pruda AS, and she took the bronze for Royal Arabians. Really, really nice showing for her.
She was fancy. I think she was a little tired today, but also you've put the three fillies together, and I think the judges got it correct. Gold, silver, and bronze were placed right, and then the rest of the fillies class was solid, but those were the three standouts. Don't you believe, Jeff?
Yeah.
If you should change your job, and this should not be in the Arabian horse industry, what would you do?
Well, I think I could be a photographer and take pictures of all of you.
Oh, wow.
Maybe mow grass or something.
That's a good question. Paint.
Paint.
I would paint.
I always dreamed of being an architect.
Ah.
I love
looking at something that's beautifully designed. Maybe that's why I liked Arabian horses. So it could be the same thing. I think architecture would have been the way I would have gone.
If I changed my job,
I would own a little boutique. Or a men's clothing store. I love men's suits.
Thank you.
I don't know, maybe I'd be an art teacher or
race car driver.
I would like to be a veterinarian.
Well, I'm also a registered nurse.
Okay, so many jobs at the end. It's absolutely.
what would you do?
What I will do?
Yes.
No idea.
Having a bar on a nice island.
A chef. I think I would do something with health food.
Talent scout for models.
I want to be a mob boss.
I would be a mom.
I'd probably be retired.
I do archaeology. I studied archaeology.
If you saw where I was doing it, I have the best office in the world.
Be a cosmetic surgeon.
Nobody beats my office. Nobody beats the background of my office.
I don't have an answer now.
Doing the aviation side, my passion.
That's a good one.
So why would I change that part? I will not change that part. There's no way.
I'm chasing fire when I'm running after you. You got that something that I never wanna lose. Yeah.
So let's move on to the yearling colts. Again, we thought there might be some surprises in the championship, but it really kind of played out as they scored him in the qualifiers.
This is true. The gold champion colt, Antares RCF, son of Barzan, shown by Sandro, won his class. Those golds, his stablemate growing up, El Rey Psyche RCF, shown by David Boggs, goes silver in the class and silver in this championship. Totally different colts.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and to be fair, I think if El Rey Magnum, if he would have moved a little better coming in, I just think he looked a little, you know, it's tough on these young colts, and he just didn't play the part where Sandro's colt, I mean, he looked every part the winner.
He bounced more, and the individually trotted, and they all came back in and stood up and compared in the judging. And Antares had a good school, good stand-up in him. Not as extreme in the face as El Rey Magnum, but he put his tail when it was time to move, and he won his class at Scottsdale. Both of them won their classes at Scottsdale, but I think they got the right choice today. It was a nice colt.
And of course, jumping up for the bronze was J.R. Francois, the Cavall MI colt. I think it was no surprise either. Andy did a great job with him. Andy was having a good championship the whole way through.
He ended up with a piece of every championship today, but this colt, Francois, was bigger, stretchier, look at me everywhere he walked. He was nice, but I think the other two were more catered towards a European-based judging system.
And when I found you there.
Okay, let's jump up to the junior mares. A little bit of egg on their face. We thought Beloved Gracious Lady was really going to play a part in it, and in the end, she didn't play a factor. Oma Erudite, highest point scorer of the show. She also won the gold with Ted Carson. You know, I thought her trotting was really good. He did a good job. She looked a little sleepy, but then on the stand-up, but then Ted really got her going, and she really finished off and deserved a champion.
They gave her a glimpse. The trot came in. I think she was a little spicier than she'd been in other previous shows. She always stands up nice and solid. She was a little sleepy at first, but if you watch towards the end of the championship, she started to come together for him. And of course, that face moves a lot of mountains. That's an amazing horse.
Yeah, but in some ways, the story of this class was how
Same owner.
Princess of Marwan jumped up to She was third in her class, and then she jumped up to get silver. And she, beautiful neck. I think one of the best necks of the show.
You can't train that kind of neck. That is a beautiful, natural, elegant Marlin daughter neck, and she looked beautiful when Michael Bai presented to the whole class for Royal Cavalry Oman, their first try here.
So big congratulations to them. And then of course the Brazilian mare, L.A. Bella Schwan, HVP, with Andy Selman taking.
She could win any other day at Vegas if those two weren't there. And it was a great, probably my favorite class. Do you agree, Jeff, of the day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will I ever take you down when you're around, baby? Have you come and never show the light? Will I ever take you down when you're around, baby? I'll only do you.
Okay, and then let's go into the Junior Stallions. How do you pronounce this? Is it Delacroix, Delacroix?
I've heard it both ways, Jeff, in the same stables at Sahara.
Regardless, though, I know Jeff Sloan had his eye on this young colt. Andy Selman showed it. Congratulations to them. It really was a good win. He looked the part.
Recent purchase for that farm, Sahara Group. Jeff Sloan's group purchased him from a customer, Andy Selman's. Reserved into the national champion year than colt 2 years ago.
And then the Algessimia colt with Giacomo. He was really good. He was really good on the trot in. I was talking to Giacomo earlier. He said, you know, it's a difficult colt, and you know, he may not have gotten quite the stand up that he needed for him.
The trot carried him.
Yeah, and that might have been the difference.
And our reserve was Lucius G.A., who's just incredible horse.
Yeah.
But those first two, I think throughout the week, the first two horses do separate themselves. They're just a little more complete, at least when we saw them in the ring this week.
Will I ever take you down when you're around, baby? Have you come and never show the light? Will I ever take you down when you're around, baby?
So let's move on to senior mares. I really thought that Baviera HVP, I thought she might have a little more competition, but when I saw her trot in, I was like, my gosh, just the winner. We haven't even gotten to stand up.
I think some of the horses that trotted in the entrance today, after a long week of being inside, can separate themselves. And she has the quality, and then she had the stand up, and Andy had her looking beautiful. It's a great mare class. A lot of beautiful white mares.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Omel Aisha Algessimia with Giacomo. She looked the part. She was beautiful silver medal. Giacomo did a great job with her.
Flawless body, beautiful mare, real easy to look at. Every time the judges pivot and come back to her, she looks elegant.
Yeah.
Just looks the part.
And then Bessalina El Marwa never stopped trying for Michael Bai. That was just a fantastic stand-up.
Full sister to the gold champion. Maybe not the mover, but maybe more of a traditional American stand-up at her. And Michael was getting every inch at her. Beautiful, and they were so well presented. The handlers did a fantastic job.
It was a really good mare championship.
Do you right? I will do you right. Do you right?
Well, the senior champion championships, the phone lines are burning the Doha. Sheikh Ahmed must be smiling. I can't wait to check Instagram and see what he's posted, because Fala Al-Shakab is gold champion here in Vegas.
He misses a major championship. When was the last time he missed a major championship? We would have heard him if he was here.
Absolutely, but congratulations, Al-Shakab stud. Fala Al-Shakab looked fantastic. High scores for body and type line, which I thought was well deserved.
Super smooth horse. Well, gentlemanly handled horse. Michael Bai did a great job showing him. Won Scots International 6 weeks ago, comes back, wins Vegas.
And a little bit of surprise from what we were calling yesterday, the Omel horse, Omel Benicio, gets up there with Giacomo. Sandro actually qualified the horse, but Giacomo took the lead for the championship.
Sandro shows cadence for Weichel. His regular Benicio slips in there with Giacomo, does a nice job, pretty horse. Yeah. And then, you know, the third place, the bronze, Hilir. I had him silver.
Yeah.
He looked great yesterday. He was a little tired to me today. Still good
Yeah,
school.
I would agree.
Groomed, but there's a little bloom sometimes going back-to-back days of some of these stallions. Maybe they've been breeding before the show.
But he looked beautiful. He did a great stand-up with
From Brazil, his first U.S. show.
with Guzzo.
Represented well. Yeah, it was a great
Arabians.
stallion class. Those three will breed some mares this year, and they made themselves, an impression amongst the breeders that are looking on live feed or here in person.
So anyway, great championship, a lot of quality here in Vegas.
Handler excellence this year.
Andy Selman, and then the breeders went to
Algeciras stud.
Yeah.
And both of them were all over the championships. They had gold, silver, bronze, somewhere everywhere in this, and their horses look fabulous.
So congratulations to everybody that won championships here at Arabian Breeders' World Cup here in Las Vegas.
Really did have a true appreciation for everything that is beautiful.
One of the most important people for Arabian horse breeding, not only in Egypt, but all over the world.
I've been working with Nasr Maraya for 10 years now. It was like a great experience. It's like a great journey with him. He was a great man and great breeder.
He played a very important role in all our lives. As a child, I remember the way we looked up to him. He'd let us do things our parents wouldn't let us do.
The show reached its end. We are very, very blessed that we managed to be here, and I will really thank you to all the organizers that allow us to be here, to all the handlers, the owners, the breeders that still keep participate at the World Breeders' Cup, and in general to all the Arabian horse industry. And of course, thanks to all our sponsors that keep entrusting Arabian Insider. Jeffrey, which is our next stop?
We're going to be in Menton in June, and you know what? I'm kind of vacillating with it. It might cut into a little bit of my surfing time, but I'm excited to go there. I hadn't been to Menton before.
Absolutely, this will be your first time. And we also have a surprise, but we are not going to tell you now. You have to keep following us, and we have something special for all our viewers. So thank you for watching us. I'm Francesca Ragno.
And I'm Jeffrey Winterstein.
For Arabian Insider.